The markets are uncertain, folks. We've got huge moves that can occur in different instruments for different reasons. We can have really volatile markets, especially in Forex. It can be instant. So all of these uncertainties put together and fears, let's just call it what they are. Fears that put you into a state of panic. All right, so now that we've got that off our chest, we've gone full Dr. Phil here and we've just expressed how we can feel. How do we manage those feelings? All right, so today I want to give you a few tips, things that I use that have helped me through to deal with this uncertainty period. And I try to find expectations for various reasons, but at the end of the day, this is an uncertain game. So first of all, things I like to use is I tend to separate my trades. Now, our own senior market strategist, Duncan Cooper, he keeps telling me this doesn't make any sense, but it makes sense psychological to me, okay? And managing my psychological moments is all I need to worry about. I don't need to worry about everybody else, okay? So the things that worry me are if I'm looking at longer term trades, for example, say I'm in a long position that I'm looking to stay in for weeks or potentially months, okay? And I've also got my intraday trades happening. I like to separate them. I'm like one of those blokes. I like to create a bento box with separate areas for my pickles and my rice and my meats, right? I like to do that rather than putting it all in together. So the way I do that is I create sub-accounts, okay? Sub-accounts allow you then to log in, see exactly what your overall statement is live, and I like to see that figure. I'll look at the overall trades, where am I at? And the second thing is I want to log in and see how my intraday trade's going or my swing trade's going. And I want to just look at those and I want to see how it's going. And then I want to log into an account where I can change my focus, my mindset, and say, right, now I'm looking at longer term trades. Because often you could be trading a trade within a longer term trade, especially if it's trending. But I don't want to feel like, oh, things are going really well, when in fact, my intraday trades mightn't be going so well. Or the longer term position is having a week down, and now, whereas my intraday trades are going really well, okay, or really poorly. So I like to separate them. And I've been told by many traders, Nathan, but at the end of the day, your overall position is what matters, your overall exposure, okay? But for me, psychologically, I like to separate my shorter term and longer term positions. The other question is exposure. Okay, so if I'm in a period where I've got long US dollar trades on and I've got short euro dollar, pound dollar, at the end of the day, I like to know what my exposure is. Rather than saying, well, 3 out of my 4 trades is going really well, I like to look at my overall position and say, well, out of these 4 trades I'm in, technically I'm long US dollars. So my next trade, perhaps I need to not add to this problem, because if the US dollar has a pullback, all of my trades could potentially suddenly go against me. Why? Because of my long exposure to US dollars. So what do I do then? I think, well, I am keen on shorting the Aussie. Let's take a look at Aussie yen, or let's have a look at pound Aussie. Let's look at different exposures. This way I can have a little bit more diversity, okay? I'm not just fully exposed on one side or the other, and making your trades a little bit more diverse. Ways we can do that is, for example, we can look at trading gold, or we could look at trading yen pairs, or we could look at trading crosses and look for opportunities there as well. I know at the end of the day, the whole world is, you know, a US dollar centric environment, but at least this way we can be a little bit more diverse as far as one sudden change could affect all my trades. This way I've got a little bit of diversity and a little less risk one way or the other. The final thing that I tend to look at is risk out of your trades, folks. So if I'm intraday trading, I'm one of these guys who doesn't allow a phone in my bedroom. Okay, I sleep with no phone in the room. Why? Because I'm tempted. I'm tempted to pick that phone up. I'll wake up at 2 a.m. and I'll be like, oh, how's it going? And then that just feedback loops into risk in my mind. Oh, this might happen, or that's happening. So what I try to do is just cut it out. Get rid of your phone from your room. I know Elon Musk has told us we don't have to worry about all the energies from the phone or the signals. We don't have to worry about that. But what I have to worry about are my dreams. I dream about trades I'm in. I'll wake up in the morning and the euro yen has gone skyrocket or completely tanked, gap down, because I'm in the trade. So one of the ways I learned to deal with it is my intraday trades. I like to get to a point where I can get risk out of a trade and go to sleep. Okay, I know a lot of times that may work against you. You'll get a little move higher, it will take you out, and then it will go in the right direction. I appreciate that. But what this does for me is allows me to trade and sleep. Sleep's important, folks, all right? So if you can work the style of trading that you're doing to suit your lifestyle, all right, that's a really important point too. Timing is big when it comes to your psychology. You need to find your trading method to suit your lifestyle, okay? Because otherwise, for example, I don't trade that US session because it's like 2 a.m. in the morning here, or 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning. So I tend to look for trading opportunities when I've got time to focus on the market. Now, here in Australia, we have London market open, generally speaking, between 5 in the afternoon to 7 at night, okay? That kind of time frame throughout the year. That works for me. I can do my analysis during the day, but no, I'm looking for opportunities as the European and London market comes to life. So I look for those opportunities and I look to trade off those. So potentially if the intraday trades are going in my direction, I know by the time US opens, I could be in a position to either be out of the trade or starting to look at getting risk out of a trade, and that allows me to sleep better. So finding the right timing to suit your psychology and your emotions throughout your trading day is essential. Because remember, this isn't just a one-off thing. We're looking to systemize this. We're looking to do this over a number of days. We want to find consistency. So we need to make sure that the trading we're doing suits our psychology and allows us to become less emotional.